Okay, we are on the minute countdown. I'm still setting things up. We've got 54 viewers in here at the moment. Marvel things. Yep, 7-part works. I mean, I've started the. I'll tell you when I start the stream. You have no idea. I think I've swamped myself with how many things I've got to build. Right, I think I'm ready to go. Everything seems set up. We are good. 3, 2, 1, go! And just looking at that straight away, Ian Campbell, yeah, the Challenger Space Shuttle 1-1 scale, yeah, you can build that for me as well. Then we can all go and spend time in it. That'd be great. How is everyone? I haven't been streaming for ages because I haven't been here. I've been away, and this is going to be the last stream for a good month because I'm on holiday. I'm here next week. I'm on holiday the week after. Then I come back for a week, and then I'm on holiday for another week. Not this Saturday coming. Next Saturday I'm at the London Film and Comic Con, meeting William Zabka and Martin Cove from the Karate Kid, Kreese and Johnny. I'm also meeting Bob Gale and the DeLorean. So I'm going to have a chat with Bob Gale because he's friends with Joe Walser and get his autograph and get a picture taken with him. So that'd be good. And tonight I am not drinking milk. You'll be shocked, but it was my birthday a couple of weeks ago, so I'm drinking some of my birthday beer. Look, I've got some Resolution. For some reason, I've opened it and it's already got a head on it. So, I don't know how that is, but it's quite nice. If anyone knows me, I don't drink. So that one bottle, which contains, I don't know, 275 mils of beer, might be enough to completely wham me for the whole stream. We'll have to see. That should be fun. Tony Healy, hi Wayne, sorry if this has been asked before, been following you for a couple of months, what's your day job? Tony Healy, I work in the automobile business, so I book people's cars in for services, MOTs and do recalls, that sort of thing, but the advantage with that is I can work from home, so I've got all my computer systems here, so I have my dealership system on here and I liaise with the customers that way, so it's all good. So yeah, I do have a day job, but I am getting to the point now, me and Mrs. Welderwayne have been discussing it, that I might have to think about either cutting that back or going into this full time. Because you've seen, I'm doing like 5 builds at the moment with the Ecto one coming at the end of the month. That's going to be 6. And I do get approached by companies to build things, which I'm having to turn down because I can't, because I physically haven't got the time. And I mean, this week's an example with the delay in the Back to the Future DeLoreans. I'm playing catch up, and because my passion is I want to build the Victory, I so want to build the Victory, I'm trying to get on top of that as well. I'm going to show you some of the next parts we're doing of that when we go into it. But there you go. The full kit of the R2-D2 shows up today. Oh, that'd be good, Marvel. That would keep you busy. Okay, so lightweight. I'm a very big lightweight. Yeah, he carried me to bed later. Okay, so one of my cameras has gone now. If you remember, I had an overhead camera. That's gone because I've replaced it with a HD camcorder now. That's why my quality's improved on some of my videos. You'll also notice on my channel that all my thumbnails have changed for the latest sets of videos. So all my Bismarck's changed, Terminator, X-Wing. What else am I doing? The DeLorean Extended, that's changed. Even the live stream thumbnails changed because I don't think the thumbnails that I was doing represent very well what I was, what's in the video. It's just generic saying it's an issue number. And I think if I have a picture showing exactly what the video's entailed, it will show a lot more interest. Plus it jogs my memory when I'm looking for something. I can find it just by looking at the pictures. So there you go. That's what's happening with the channel. But today I have got issue 131 of the Back to the Future DeLorean, and as you can see here, look, I've built the hood, but in typical Eagle Moss fashion, the battery that it needs is a 1025. I confused that with the CR2025, which is the really common battery. The 1025 isn't common, so I've had to order one, so that won't be here till tomorrow, so that video won't probably be out now till Saturday, and then that means Sunday I've got issue 133 of Build a Back to the Future DeLorean. And I'm going to try and show you this on my side camera. So let me figure out my computer. Click on side camera and transfer it over, because I want you to see what's in it. We've got a railway line, but this is metal. This is metal, and it's really heavy. Really heavy. So I've got a little bit of faith left, knowing that that is a real bit of metal on there. So all these tracks are going to be metal. The trouble is, with the weight of the car and the weight of those metal beams onto the plastic little struts there, which if you haven't seen them already, look just like that, and that's all they are plain, then I've got a funny feeling I don't know if that's going to be able to take the weight. We'll have to see. And in the next issue, look, they're advertising Gump for the Marvel movie collection figurines. All fun. And in the next issue, as you can see, we're starting to put loads of circuitry and stuff onto the board. So we've got springs, we've got capacitors, we've got all sorts of little fiddly details. So that's what's coming in issue 134. Show you that a bit closer if you are interested in that. That's that one there. So I'm going to put that on the floor, otherwise I'm going to get in a mess and not know what I'm talking about. Let's transition back. Oh my god, Asco, thank you very so much. Having a dark or a beer right now. Holiday started. I'm apparently watching the stream now, so yay. Cheers to you, Asco, with my resolution. There was another beer in this pack called Ramrod. I thought if I have that, it would just it will sink the conversation down to degradation and innuendos right from the start. So we can't be doing that. But thank you for that tip, sir. That's really appreciated. Chester, oh, you're in Alabama. Good to good for you to join the stream. Hi Wayne, if you remember, I commented on your post while I was sitting in the hospital with my wife's delivery. That's right, you was. Your baby was born the 5th of July, named June, the day after my birthday. Oh, congratulations, mate. That's excellent. 2002 will be an interesting year. No more notepads for me when he quits his day job. Yes, Mrs. Rollaway. There's a lot more discussion on that. The thing is, if I quit my job, it will give me a chance to do more builds, be more interactive. I'm trying to get the channel a lot more professional looking, if you like. That's why I've changed the thumbnails. I want to have direction and keep things different and fresh rather than just letting it go stale. And that's why I like interacting with you people, because I get most of my ideas from you guys. And if I'm doing something wrong, then it's you guys that actually help me out. Someone said when I did my Victory, if you've seen the Victory build, when I did the Canon, I'm not using an airbrush on the really, really tiny details because there's so many colours just in a small space. They suggested if I reduce the acrylic I'm using to about 10-20% and put more layers on, it will look just like an airbrush. And he was right. Couldn't believe it. I love all these tips. They're great. But I will be using the airbrush for the main whole section when that comes around. Talking about the Victory, in the next issue, which I am hoping to get out on Monday, we're doing some more of the hull there that's going to be attaching to the keel. And something I'm really happy about, we're doing the anchor. Now, I really love this wood here. And if I had my way, I'd stain that wood, a dark stain, to make a really good anchor. But on the Victory, it's not like that. They've just painted that wood black. So I'm going to probably paint it black because I want to mirror what I saw and I had the pictures for. But that's the Victory. That hopefully will be out on Monday. The other thing is, it was my birthday. I get post through. I rip the post to pieces and then I look to see what's in there. Someone sent me something. And I'm sure your surname's Foley, but I can't be sure because I ripped the envelope to pieces. So if it's you, can you please put it in the chat that you sent me? Someone sent me some erasers for the retro corner here from the 80s. Look, in little cassette boxes. Do you remember these? There's loads of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of them. They're tiny. And they're erasers and they just work like a cassette case. But I was really, really chuffed with that. And then I thought, I can't thank the person because I haven't got any details. So if that was you, please get in touch with me at worldawayinuk@gmail.com so I can thank you personally because I loved it. It's great. And they're sitting right there next to the Spectrum. And another thing, Mrs. Worldaway got me for my birthday. Who remembers this? The Rubik snake. This is an original one from the 80s. And I have an enormous amount of fun playing this because since I was a kid, I used to be on this thing all the time. And I like the old-fashioned one because the new ones are a lot smaller. They don't feel very... the quality feels terrible on them as well. But I can still remember how to make a ball, I think. So I'm just going to do that now because it actually comes in a ball shape for you to fix. And it's got loads of dust coming off of it as well. There we go. Look at that. Let's finish this off. I'm stuck. There we go. So that is going to be for the retro corner. No, I've done that wrong. Let's try the other way. Oh, I'm getting annoyed now. I've got to do this. I've got to do it. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, that's it. No, that's not it. Bear with me. Well, this is the Rubik snake, people. Did you have one of these? I'm sure that was right. I don't know. Well, I made the ball that way round. Look. I'll get back to that. It's been like 30 years since I last played with that. But look, they have got the instructions. Look, I've even got the instructions for it. I'm surprised the thing's not falling to bits in my hand. But yeah, I love the 80s retro stuff. If you also noticed, I've got a big track now. And I've moved the proof that Tony Stark has a heart. As you see, that's in a case now. I moved that up to the top so it shows the DeLorean off better. Which I like, so... all good. All good. Right. Let's get back to the chat. Lee, is the Ecto one coming out at the end of the month? No, Lee, it's coming out at the end of the year. I believe it's December. Ramrod. Have you heard of that, Svi? I've never heard of any of these. I said this one's called Resolution. And it's 4.7%. Oh, Jesus, I'm going to be singing. But yes, so next Saturday... if you're at the London Film and Comic Con, you will see me. I'll be dressed up as Indiana Jones. You've probably seen my Indiana Jones costume anyway on the Facebook page. I'm just trying to get myself a fedora at the moment because I was wearing a cowboy hat in that picture. So, Matthew Boland, isn't Ramrod an alien from Area 51? I don't know, but in September 20th we can find out. We could join the raid on Area 51. Apparently, I was telling Mrs. Welder-Wayne this. All the hotels and campsites around Area 51 for that date are full up. So, you know you're going to have people who don't see this for the joke that it is and turn up there. So, you just know that's going to end bad. It's going to end very bad. Tony Healy, love the honesty regarding some of the content. Keep it up. Good luck with the victory. Rather you than me. I love the victory because it is so challenging. That's why I'm doing it. Look, if you can, you probably can't even see it. I've put the cannon here. Look, this is how tiny it is. It probably doesn't come off like that on when you watch the films. It's tiny. So that's the cannon. And here, in this jig, I've got the piece that I'm looking at the moment. That's the first piece we did. So, that video will hopefully be coming out Monday evening. I would like to get them out every Monday, but I am also aware that some of these stages are going to take forever. There's one where I've got to build one of the lifeboats. It's going to be tears on that one, I'll tell you. That's pissed me off about this Rubik snake because I normally can do this. I don't know what I did wrong. I was right up to a point. I know that much. Something ain't right. Hang on. I think I figured it. I figured it. There we go. See? I did it! Now let's work on the Rubik's Cube. Mega Nico, hello! Johnny Fairweather, Miss Runaway. Wow, what a coincidence. A lovely name. You know what, Mrs. Runaway? I thought our little addition was called Jude. I forgot the name. How bad am I? Hello, Mario. Love watching your channel, Mario, I have to say. So, cheers to you as well, building the Bismarck. Oh, thank you, Jason. I had a great birthday, by the way. I said my birthday's July the 4th. But I am going to be on vacation, not next week, the week after, so there'll be no videos. And then we're back for a week and a half, and then I'm off on my honeymoon. See, I got married October 6th last year, and we're only just getting around to a honeymoon because Mrs. Welder Wayne, she can't get time off when the schools are on. So let me show you where I got married. You're going to love this place. I'm trying to get a picture here. We got married here at Normanton Church. If anyone's seen the film Starfish, it's in that. Lovely church it was. But anyway, we need a honeymoon. So we're off to Scotland on our honeymoon. And we've got a nice log cabin by a loch with a hot tub and log fire. Not that I'm going to need a log fire in the summer, but believe me, if I'm paying for a log fire, I'm using the log fire. So we just be baking hot. But yeah, looking forward to that. And then I think we're off to Fort William for a couple of days. I want to go to Island Dune and Castle from Highlander. And then I'd like to visit Edinburgh Zoo. But the good thing is the Fringe Festival and the Book Festival is on in Edinburgh when we go up. So there's going to be so much to do up there. I can't wait for that. But you can see what I mean about having to catch up with videos when I get back, because there's going to be so much to do. But it's all good. I love the look of the anchor of my Victory from 7 years ago. It is good, but did you paint yours, Headcracker? Because I am going to be painting it black, but I really wanted to keep that wood effect. Yes, Feet, Ecto 1's out January. I thought they were releasing issue 1 in December for it to start in January. I might be wrong. But Eagle must start telling me stuff and tell me what their plans are, and then I never hear from them again. So if you're working from Eagle Moss, what's that all about? I get that a couple of times. I get that from D. Agostini sometimes as well. That, you know, they say what they'd like to do and what their plans are, and then I just never hear from them again. Adam K sent me the erasers. Is he in chat? Well, Adam K, thank you so much. If you're not in chat and you're watching this on afterwards on demand, then yes, thank you so much for those erasers. They're excellent. Mary, your Victories issue 42. See, I bought them as packs, so I only know them as stages, and each pack is like 10 stages. Some stages are really quick, like this one that I'm doing Monday. I don't think it's going to take too long. Stage 3, on the other hand, going to need more than a week. I can't see that being out straight away. Oh, Craig, hello from New Zealand. Shame about the cricket, Craig, I'm afraid. It was a shame. They should have split that, but even Mrs. Welder Wayne got into cricket watching that. That was a great match. Firefighter. Wayne, did you ever get the 3D printer? No, I didn't. I know you talked about it quite a while back. We never heard talk about it. I didn't because I need a new PC. So I was going to get a new PC, but then I figured the reason I was getting a new PC, I didn't have enough bus power to power all my USB cameras. So I've taken off my USB cameras and I've got camcorders now. So I'm putting that on hold. Someone said something about the RAMs. I just saw that. Who said something about the RAM? Oh, is it Ram Rodnelli? Oh, sorry, that was you, Matthew. I know I was wearing the Ram shirt, so I thought that was a diss. Those Rubik snakes were brilliant. I used to love them, and I had it in that colour as well. As a matter of fact, look, it came in the original case, which I do need to clear up a little bit. And you could tell years ago this was bought from Argos, because look, you've got the old Argos code on there. But here's a tip for you. If you get really old plastic that's yellow like this, soak it in bleach overnight. That'll clean that up no end. It's a tip. It works good on white plastic as well. But my big track's looking okay actually, so I don't need to do anything for that. Hi, I discovered your channel when I was building the DeLorean. I gave up with it and watched you build it instead. Sub-Zero, there was times when I wanted to give it. After issue 91, I wanted to give up with it because all the electric stopped working. Issue 48 with the wires. I did, you've probably seen it in issue 130, the DeLorean. There are things broken on that vehicle. I've got a wishbone broken on the near side front tyre. So when I But basically, it just wobbles on its own now. So when I put the railroad tyres on, I'm going to be gluing it into place so that won't move. And also, when you lift up the trunk at the front and you've got two struts, one of them's broke. Just hangs down. And I've tried to glue it up, but it don't work. It just hangs down like that. So that's the two things that are broken. Anything else broken on it? No. I deliberately broke all the flux band lights to replace it with the EL ones. But other than that, everything else is working fine on it. But I think when I gave some criticisms on that issue 130, I think it was fair. I can't see how Eagle Moss will have a problem with that. They know the logistics sucks. They know that if you have a problem with your issue, people have to wait 6 weeks. But it's not right. You have to do that. Hopefully they've learnt the lessons from that when the Ecto 1 comes out. But then I do wonder, when Ecto 1 comes out and we find out that's 130 issues, what's the extension going to be? Because you may as well go into that build knowing they're going to extend it somehow. Do the swan. I don't know how to do it. I can do the dog. What's the swan? Is that the swan? Is that one the swan there? I don't know. You're confusing me with the amazing Wayne. We don't get half the builds here in New Zealand. Actually, we don't get many at all. The thing is, Craig, every time we get this, especially Eagle Moss and Hatchet, we get the prices of the other countries on there. And Hachette, for example, have got offices in New Zealand. So you just know these things have got to be coming over there because the magazines are already pre-printed with your country's price on it. I just don't know when that will be. You're back. Hi, Meganico. I got Superman Rubik Snake from the late 80s. Wicked. You know what I really want, Richard? A Coca-Cola yo-yo. I don't know if you remember the Coca-Cola yo-yos. I used to have one of them, but I can't find one. I found all my black hole trading cards with the actual wax paper and the bubble gum. So one of the videos I was going to do for the retro channel was actually eat a stick of that bubble gum. 30-year-old bubble gum, 30, yeah, about 30. That would it be more than that, wouldn't it? About 35 to 40-year-old bubble gum. And I know that when I broke a bit off and it just snapped, it was really brittle. So I don't know what it's going to taste like. We'll have to see. Oh my God, Ian, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that tip. Oh, I'm chuffed. You're going to get me emotional. Oh, thank you very much. I'll buy Mrs. Worldaway a gin when we're on our honeymoon. As a matter of fact, she's probably drinking a gin now. Right, where was I? Everyone seems to have Rubik snakes. You've never seen a Rubik snake before, Asco? Wow, they're good old things. They're brilliant. You can't get this size anymore, though. That's the thing. In the olden times, back before the Never Never, God, make me look like my old age picture. Everything was bigger. And then you look at it now and it's smaller. Mars bars were bigger. Marathons were bigger. Oh, marathons. Who remembers them? Snickers, should I say. Snickers were bigger. Everything was bigger. Curly Whirlies. You've seen the size of them now. They're like this big. We're being hard done by, that's for sure. You have a green and white one, Lee. I've seen the blue and white ones as well. Big tracks are excellent, especially for annoying people. Wayne, what do you think about the X-Wing? Loving R2-D2. Kevin, I love the X-Wing. I'm having big problems at the moment trying to sort out my subscription. Somehow, I managed to subscribe 3 times to it. So I was getting 3 loads of magazines. 1 on direct debit, 2 on card. So I cancelled the direct debit and 1 of the card ones. And I've got 1 left on card, but they've got the incorrect card details. Now, they're telling me they can't change the payment options. So how am I supposed to pay for it? It don't make sense, does it? So, I don't know what I'm going to do. So that's a job I've got to do next week, actually. I've got to phone them up and try and get it because I need issues 5 and 6 sent to me. And then I think it's going over to 5 a time or something. I can't be sure. Hi, I've got to get your name out. Fro Ride. Hiya. 79 Ancetol Medance. I'm terrible at French, I'm afraid. I'm a crazy farter. Okay. You went to MCM Comic Con in 2008, met Chris Barry and Robert Llewellyn. I've met Chris Barry before and Robert Llewellyn. And Danny John Jules. I haven't met Craig Charles yet. I'd like to meet Craig Charles. But I mean, this London Film and Comic Con, you've got Robert Carlyle from Trainspotting. You've got Brendan Fraser from I know George of the Jungle and The Mummy. Who else is there? There's quite a few. Christina Ricci, I'd like to meet her. Val Kilmer. Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen's there. It's going to be a great weekend. And hopefully the weather will be nice. What year did the Slinky come out? That was 80s as well. The original metal Slinky, Lee. Not the plastic one. Love the Vulcan in the back. Also an Eagle Moss build. No, the Vulcan was D'Agostini. As a matter of fact, Model Space put it up on their site. I didn't know they had taken the picture that I put on my site and put it up there. But when I put it up, they said it couldn't be done. I can't hold up the Millennium Falcon with £35 fishing line. Well, it's been there for a while, and I've knocked my head on it so many times. But, yes. No. Hi, Russell! How's it going, brother? Cheers to you. Sorry I can't come down next weekend. As I said, I'm at London Film and Comic Con. Russell's my friend in Portsmouth, so that's who I went to visit when we went to see the Victory. Hi Wayne, you're doing the Aston Martin DB5. Dave Attaway, I got offered to do the DB5. I've had to turn it down because I just haven't got room or time to do any more builds at the moment. Going back to what someone mentioned earlier about a day job, I do have a day job, which it's getting to the point where I can't juggle both things around at once. So, Ride, you have 3 weeks vacation, almost 2 now. I've got about a week left after this. It's mine and my wife's 15th wedding anniversary in August. Oh, congratulations, man. And still haven't had a honeymoon. Love to take her to Universal Studios one day. Svi, are you talking about Universal Studios Florida or over in LA? Because Universal Studios was good when they had the Back to the Future ride and the Jaws ride. I haven't got a clue what it's like now. Richard Roberts, the lifeboat wasn't too bad, but the carronade was tricky with drilling the tiny holes. Yeah, I can believe that. The carronade, I've got the pin vise actually all ready for that with the tiniest drill bit on it. But the little cannon, the 12-pounder cannon that we just did was fiddly enough. So that carronade's going to be a pain in the ass. I've got quite a few reference photos for that though, Richard, so I'm going to follow that. Oh, your birthday's on Saturday. Well, happy birthday for Saturday, Lee. How many hours did you put into building the DeLorean? Christian, I can't answer that. I haven't got a clue. But put it this way. Issue 91 was 7 hours in itself. Me taking the thing apart to try and find the electrics. If anyone didn't know, that Victory build that I just did on Monday, that took me the entire night on Sunday and all day Monday to do. And all that was what you saw in that jig. 4 bits of wood and that tiny... wherever I put it now, and this tiny cannon. That was it. It's weird though seeing the colour, because this colour is matched exactly to how the Victory is now. And obviously if you see everyone's images now, they're more yellow. I don't know why they changed the colour. I prefer it as yellow, but if the historians think that was the colour, then I guess that was the colour. So after... Asco, thank you so much. M4, why? I'm being tipped big time tonight. Svi, oh my god. This is World of Wayne. I'm going to have to spoil you, I think that means. I'll get down to your comments in a minute because I'm doing what I usually do and drinking beer, getting lost and just babbling to myself. Ryan Ruddock, when's the next part of Bismarck coming out? It's Ryan, it's out tomorrow, but if you go onto my YouTube channel and click on the Bismarck playlist, you'll see it there now. I've just made it unlisted at the moment and I'll list it tomorrow, but you can watch it now if you click on the playlist. It will be listed there. How many maps did you get of the DeLorean? How many maps did you get of the DeLorean? The maps? Maps. Rob, what do you mean? Maps. You can sign up Ecto 1 in the fall. That's right. Bill goes live in January. They put up another video on YouTube channel the other day. Right, excellent. Hey, well, I used to have a subscription to a boat building the Bounty. Wow, it's still complete, but due to so I had to stop building. A lot of people have done that, Mega Nico. I get a lot of people who've started the Victory, and after 3 or 4 years, they've gone on a break. There's a builder I've been watching who's built the Victory. His channel is brilliant. He's got 50,000 subscribers. Genius Models? Genius? Someone knows who I'm on about. He hasn't seemed to have done a Victory build for a long time. But I do like his videos. They're excellent. Go New England Patriots. You don't want to be saying that, B-Mans. It's Rams year this year, I'm telling you. The Rams all the way. David, hello. Love your videos. Watching from Long Island, New York. Hope they continue the act. They will do. Hi, Shuitz. Have you done a Predator as of yet? No. I did have a... God, I'm burping. I'm so sorry about that. I just don't normally drink beer. And look, I'm almost a quarter of the way through it. Where was I? Oh, wait. The victory goes to individual issues after issue 10. Right, okay. Cool. I have got all the build things, and I've still got pack 1 down here. I'm not expecting build pack 2 until next month. Tried to get a Power Ranger Zord. Oh my god, I remember that. I thought about doing the victory along with you, but I saw the lifeboat and said forget about it. I'm 6'6", my hands are big, the trouble with the tiny details. Well, I didn't realise, when you look at the magazines here, that lifeboat you were on about, it looks quite big from the magazine. You see? In fact, it's probably about the size of my finger. So you can imagine how fiddly that's going to be. But it does mean that I haven't got to use the proper plank benders and stuff. I can probably get away with a bit of steam and stuff like that. Where was I? Hi mate, where do you buy the Terminator mags from? I can't get them from any newsagents. You can probably go to W.H. Smith's if you're in the UK, Ferrari, and you can order them through that, and then they'll come weekly. At the moment I get them from Asda. The only reason my Asda gets them in is because I'm the only one who buys them. So their system works on an automatic reordering thing. So if a Terminator goes through the till, the system will automatically order the next one. If no one buys it and that gets sent back, they won't be turning up again. I really do need to create a subscription with my WH Smiths though, but they want 3 months, 3 issues up front. So you have to pay £30 for that. And if I was doing the same for the Bismarck, that'd be another 30. They've already got my £30 for the DeLorean, so that'd be like £90 tied up in magazines with WH Smiths. I took about 350 details of the real A-car DeLorean at Peterson last month and put them on my drop. So, Marvel. Yeah, Marvel. Definitely interested. If you could email that to worldofwayneuk@gmail.com, I'd love to see them. Because that was something I'd love to do, go to the Peterson. But God knows when that's going to happen. Ian Campbell, OK Sporters, given the enjoyment it's given here, we should give back £5 each. Will see Mrs. World have a nice night out. I'll go first. Thank you so much for that, Ian. We will definitely. I mean, we haven't been away. Well, we haven't had a honeymoon, so it's gonna be great. It's just a shame that you won't see me for a week, but I'm always online. I will try and get some videos done so that they'll automatically post while I'm away. Hydrogen peroxide in a plastic Ziploc bag and set out in the sun. It'll take the yellow out of plastic too. Ah, good tip, firefighter. I could dye my hair while I'm at it as well. Someone said I could pass for the new Picard in my old... This face app thing that's doing the rounds at the moment. The amount of things I've made old at the moment. It's ridiculous. Talking of getting colours of the victory right, how do we now get the Bismarck right after... God knows. The Bismarck was in desert camouflage at one time. Did you know that? Trouble is, if you painted that, you're going to get loads of people saying that's not how it looked. But the... What you don't realise is, even though they've painted the outside... of the victory, this pale yellowy pink colour, you'll see that. I think someone's going there in a couple of weeks. All the cannons inside, which had the yellow housing on, like I just showed you there, half of them have been painted with this new colour, but half of them are still the yellow colour. And if you've probably seen what I picked up on the Monday as well, some of the wheels are black and some of them are unpainted. So I think it's just do what you want. See how good it looks when you do it. Oh, thank you, Svi. As I said, thank you so much for that. It's a shame I missed you, Svi, because we could have gone out for a beer, but I saw your shop. You know what? We stopped outside your shop, and I didn't realise it was like a hairdresser's with your shop in it. And I'm like, well, this is where Google Maps said it is. So we walked all the way down the high street, all the way back, all the way down the high street again. I said, I can't find it. Then Mrs. Worldaway went into the Poundland to get a drink, and I'm standing outside the shop, and I'm just looking around, and I saw the sign in the window, and I thought, there it is. And that's when I took the selfie. And then we went off to Stonehenge. So it's just a shame, but there you go. Next time I'm down that way, I said we visited my friend Russell. If he's on here, then I'll pop in and say hi during a Saturday or a weekday. B-Man's half as big and costs double the price. B-Man's. So I'm just scrolling up. Yeah, all right, okay. Greetings from Germany. Oh, guten Abend now, isn't it? Guten Abend, Deutschland. Mechanica Haywain. I used to have a subscription to a boat building bounty. I know, I've done that one. Try to get a build model of Power Ranger sword. I remember that, but I I don't think there's been ever one released, has there? There's been a toy released of it, but never a model that I know of. Yeah, I don't think a lot of Asdas do it unless it's actually been bought. They only get one of each in my Asda for these magazines. So I just know when I'm on holiday, if someone doesn't pick them up, that's going to fall off the table. I mean, I think I did mention to you that I get the Bismarck and the Terminator for free. I think I was up front with that at the start, that Hachette wanted me to build this, basically. So they send them me for free. The trouble is, as you know, as subscribers, you're getting them quite a considerable time after the shops get them. So, unfortunately, I'm doing what I did with the R2. I'm actually buying them from the shop and then selling them on eBay when I get them. So, that's what I'm doing there. Believe me, Svi, Mrs. World of Wayne drinks so much gin. I don't know where she puts it. I've never seen someone drink so much gin. But she's a teacher, so it's like, you know, I think it goes with the job. Mark Matchin, yeah, you can get a Coca-Cola yo-yo on eBay, but have you seen one for a good price? Because they're normally really expensive just for a yo-yo. Your problems with the DeLorean doors are the same in Germany. They didn't change a bit. I know that don't use those QM screws, use the KM screws. A lot of those hinges are snapping off, so I had to use fishing wire. But then Eagle Moss saw my video and they sent me new hinges and doors, so I could change that. But I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same. Can I dare say, if I say shit show, I've used my one swear word in my stream, so I won't get like demonetized or anything. But yeah, it's bad. They should have fixed that. I would have thought they would have fixed a lot of the problems along the way for the new territories. Like, we never got the fix for the manual gearbox. We had to put up with the automatic one. That so many people have got the blue flux band lights on the front and the white ones on top. And the white ones still haven't been replaced. I remember them being in issue 93, I think. They replaced them with the blue ones. But you get to the point where the vehicle's together, you can't change it. So, Lee, all I'm going to say is yes. Yes, Lee, I agree. But I can't say anymore because the wife's in it. I agree 100 times. And now I'm sleeping on the sofa. Thank you for that, Lee. I really appreciate it. Lee, did you know she was in Ally McBeal? I love Ally McBeal. I like all of those sort of David E. Kelly sort of series. Asco, thank you so much for that. You got a metal slinky? Oh, Lee, God, I'm in a 3-story house. I'd have a field day with that. I'd love the DB5 in Germany. Hope it comes back here too. I think a lot of things doing the rounds now are coming back again, but I haven't seen anything new on the horizon. Your birthday's almost July the 25th. I think that makes you a Leo, doesn't it, Fluoride? The Slinky's been around since 1945. Oh my God. Dave Jensen, please mention my wife Marlene and tell her I love her. Marlene, Dave Jensen loves you. That's touching. God bless. That's sobering. David Smith should be able to order them in. The problem is they are, yeah, thank you, Mrs. Wildaway. The thing to get all the books to collect. You know, I never keep the magazines, don't you? I don't. All the Bismarck, all the Terminator, all the Back to the Future. As soon as I've done the build, I chuck them all. Look there. This is my bin at the moment. Look. There's my bin. There's all the magazines. I don't keep them because I've got no room for them. And once you built it, I can refer back to my own videos, can't I? Really? Oh, binders. I don't get the binders, Alex, no. Although, I think the Terminator and the Bismarck might be automatically being sent to me. But the X-Wing, I've cancelled them. I don't want the binders. Asco, got some of the Battlestar Galactica models from Eagle Moss. Amazing detail on the weather, etc. I saw some of that range. That looks quite good. But is that going to be another thing when I extend it? Who knows? Which model do you like best that you have built? I like the Falcon, but I said at the moment I'm still building it. I love the Bismarck, but I've got this passion for this Victory. The Victory is something I've never ever attempted before, and I'm going to be doing a lot of techniques which I've never done before. I mean, in secret, I'm going in Starbucks regularly now and borrowing, acquiring the coffee stirrers so I can practice my plank bending skills. Because I've never done it before. And airbrushing. I haven't done airbrushing since I was at school. And Svi, you can probably give me some hints on that. I need to get an airbrush. I need a compressor. I need the whole kit to get over again. And then I've got to train myself to use it again. And back in the days when I had it, you had a constant airflow and you just had to control the flow by just pulling the trigger and back. But now you've got this double action where you can control the airflow with the press and then... Oh, I don't know how I'm going to get on with that. It's going to be interesting. Adrian G. Hi, Wayne. By any chance, did you check the weight of the DeLorean? I'm dying to know how many kilos. Thanks. Take care. All the best. It was 35 kilos when I last weighed it. But then with this track... And believe me, that one little railway line, God knows how many, there's going to be about 8 of them, is bloody heavy. It's going to be over 40 kilograms easy, I reckon. If you keep tipping it, it'll get all emotional, which could get rather messy. Me drinking this bottle, Mrs. Rolderwank, is going to get rather messy. Are you drinking Bavaria? That's Dutch gin. That's just called Marston's Resolution. But the, I don't even know where it was made. It was made in Staffordshire. On-Trent. But I've got 4 in a box. My sister-in-law gets me beer all the time. She knows I'm not a big drinker, so I'm sure it's just a case of just get me drunk and then have to let the wife deal with me. YouTubers Rave, have you got the gun for the T8? No, I think that's coming in, not the next delivery, the one after. I think, is it the 8th delivery or something? I think they said the 8th delivery. I don't think it's due yet, that gun. Oh, thank you, Marvel, for that photo link. I'll check that out afterwards. Adam Haven, hi, Wayne. Was wondering where you get your Iron Mask Mark 1 arc reactor that's light up background. Right. Adam, I think it come from Wish. The whole lot of that. The case you have to build separately, and then you can build the actual arc reactor. You know, the Chinese company Wish? It was assembled for me by one of my viewers called Beanie Bear, who sent it to me. And then one of my other viewers, Matthew Cahill, sent me the case for it. So that came all the way from Ireland, so I built the case for it. He sent me loads of rubber gloves as well, which is brilliant to build it. But I don't know if you guys remember, the oh, you'll probably see it on another video. Down there, I actually did the blast bags for the Bismarck. People were saying they look terrible, and that's because I hadn't actually moulded them. Well, they're finished now, so they look pretty good. You'll see it on the next video, I'm sure. Why is not so secure on Bismarck anchor motor? Had to resolder. That's not good. Although I had to do a resolder chalice fill on. What did I do? Was it the Bismarck? No. The X-Wing. Was it the X-Wing? It was the X-Wing. I had to do a soldering job on the R2-D2 on the X-Wing. One of the wires broke. So... on Tuesday, it was our 25th anniversary. Oh, cheers to you too, Simon Lewis. Happy anniversary. Svi, I say, yeah, it was easy to miss. Next time you're down, mate, I'll make sure I'm there. That's all good. I just won't come down on a Sunday. That was never planned, but we wanted to. We just went to Porchester Castle, and we wanted to go to Stonehenge because we got these English heritage passes, you see. So we just go around the country looking at old relics. Just seen Bismarck 22. Good job, Wayne. See, I told you it was up there. But it will go live tomorrow if anyone hasn't seen that. So you'll get a notification in the morning. And then Saturday morning, you'll get issue 131 of the Back to the Future. And then issue 133 will be on Sunday. Did you like the old little skit I did on it? 132. I had to do something because I thought it was disgusting that a lot of people who are getting them from the newsagents still haven't got 130 and 131. I had to buy it from eBay in the end because... that's been left in the air, really. Not very good. I'm waiting for Mouth 2 weeks for the DeLorean. Oh, that's not good. If anyone's waiting for their subscription for Terminator and Bismarck, they should be processed Monday next week. So you should be either getting it late next week or early the week after. Like the 29th, something like that. Oh, you mean if there will be a Power Rangers Zord model? Oh, I don't know. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Only one for my kids, Mrs. Wayne. Wayne, what do you think of the trumpeter Bismarck here? It looks really good, but it looks really fiddly. If I was taking on a challenge like that where I'm cutting the little brass details and stuff, Zorba the Greek, I think I'd rather be building the Victory. And you never know, if I do finish the Victory, there's so many other... I've always wanted to build a ship with loads of rigging, you see. And because I had the opportunity to go to the Victory, I've been there before as well, I fell in love with the ship. And I just can't wait. Can't wait to build it. But I'm taking my time over it because I want it to be perfect. And I don't want to have to keep going back to doing things. That's why that cannon took me forever to do. I had part of a slinky, but I straightened it. Why on ever would you want to do that, Sweet? What's it called now? A slim. Do you know Heineken beer? Yeah, of course I know Heineken beer. I'm an Australian. I was born in Australia, so I'm a Foster's boy. And back in the day, the old Castlemaine 4X. Brown Buddy, hi one, a bit late for the party, been enjoying it so far. Cheers to you, Brown Buddy. Welcome to the party, pal. Are you weathering the T800? I will do, but I never weather anything Clack Stars until it's finished. The whole thing's finished. It took about 2 years after I finished the Falcon to weather that. A little piece of plastics. Regards from Mexico. Ah, love your content. Oh, God, I don't know much Spanish. Como yesta. I think that's it. Esta bien. Is that French? Como yesta. I don't know. My Spanish is por favor. I know that. Oh yes, I think I'm both sleeping on the sofa, mate. Hadjack Gaming. You're jealous. All right. Okay, Mrs. Worldaway. Where are we? If I scroll down while I'm reading your comments on the screen here, for some reason it just jumps to the bottom of the page and I have to scroll up to try and figure out where the hell I was. Andy Robbins, building the Victories on a different level than the Bismarck. Yep, it is, and that's the reason why I wanted to do it. I think the plank bending I'm not going to have an issue with. I think the issue I'm going to have, if I'm being honest, is the cutting the planks down for the bends. You know, into tapering them. I think I'm going to have a problem with that. If I decide to go ahead and do the copper tiles, I think that's going to be a big problem. Quite comfortable with the rigging. We'll see. And the painting, I suppose. I mean, the hole and all that's going to be easy with the airbrush, but doing this small detail painting, we'll see. Your sister thinks you need alcohol for me to get through living with you. Yes, Mrs. Worldaway, that's it. She spoke to me in private about that. Friendly reminder, a 10-pack of super glue is $2.49 at B&M. That's excellent. What sort of potato? What sort of glue is it? Is it in a tube which you squeeze out, or is it in a like a nozzle sort of thing? Like, I haven't got my glue here. See, my glue is vacuum sealed, so I can leave the lid off. That's what I use from the range. I've used that for years. There's the other thing though with that is that that's the only super glue I think I've ever used that doesn't dry white. I don't know why that is, because it's you probably saw that on the Victory build actually. I put a blob down, and when I go back to it you'll see all of those blobs that I put are clear. Terminator gun better be better than the keyring, Matthew Boland. I haven't seen the keyring because I think that's in my next delivery. So I haven't seen it. How many mods do you have on the DeLorean? Christian, I have the Xmas tree mod, the flux, the dashboard, the carpets, the what do they call it? The mats, Mike Lane's decals. All of Mike Lane's decals I've got on that. They're all on my channel as well. I think that's it. I haven't got the power mod. I haven't got the EL mod. Oh no, I've done that myself. I've got the EL mod. Wow, yeah, I've got a few. You're still waiting for issues 133, 134. I don't know when they're due, Lee. I said I've got 133 here now that you just saw. I'm normally 2 ahead of you before you get your delivery. But we'll see. Svi, what did Svi say? Svi, mate, if you need an airbrush kit, I do mag reviews and get sent loads. I've got so much spare so I could probably... Ah, Svi, I missed that. Yeah, that could be cool. It might be another trip to Eastleigh. So you probably will see me. Yeah. Get in touch with me, Svi. You got my email address, worldofwayneuk@gmail.com. I always answer my emails. So, as a matter of fact, I always answer my YouTube things as well. If you, when you comment on my YouTube channels, if you see a tick and a love heart by me, it means I've read the comment. Just so you know. Where are we? Delivery 7. Thank you, Colin. I knew it was something like 7 or 8 for that plasma gun. Good morning, Darth Wayne. Hello, Dalvinda. See, I remembered. Anybody heard from Robbie Bobby? No, Jason, I haven't. And I checked his YouTube channel. I think the last video he did a stream, but was the Terminator when he had the problem with the loose fingers. I haven't got a clue. Seems to have fallen off the face of the earth. But wasn't he talking about moving back to America? I don't know. Michael Bradley, would you be interested in doing the cut section of H and Victor dig I still have on the website? Probably not, Michael, at the moment, because my goal is to get the thing done and looking nice, because I've never done anything like it. I don't want to go completely overboard with it because it's challenging enough as it is. Big time. Bob Honecker, I built a Titanic, used a multi-tool to sand off the burn marks. Ah, right, okay. I need a sander. I need to get a block sander. That's another thing I need. I'm still waiting. Got my DeLorean issue 23 to come in stock. Need to make a decision on whether to continue on my issues. I forgot issue 23. Firefighter. Am I right in saying that the issue, I can't remember what issue it is, that's got the 6-button switch that goes inside has been out of stock for years and no one can get hold of it? Because I had ordered some spares of that and I had them and people wanted them and I sent them off, but I didn't realise how in demand they would be. Didn't realise at all. I can't remember what issue number that was though. I was told my issue's been dispatched for DeLorean 133, 138 by Zoe on Twitter. Oh, right, okay, so they might be with you soon. Well, they're metal. The tracks are metal. I'm yet to see you do that. Oh, you're talking about... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Bob. I've got my thing here. Are you talking about the little marks that are here? And here, you know that I was cutting off last time? Because I sanded them, I used to use an emery board on them. I didn't have many. I think there was one there as well. I just sanded them off with a hand file. I haven't seen many yet. But, you know there's going to be a lot more coming soon. So. Andrew Gledhill, love the build vids, Wayne. But I do wish you wouldn't promote these totally rip-off magazine build companies. I'm building them through the passion of building them, Andrew. I'm not building them for the companies, because if I was, I wouldn't be paying for the magazines. The only ones I am building for the magazines, as I said before, is the Bismarck and the Terminator. Everything else I'm paying for, and which is why I get to slate them when I don't agree with them, which is what you heard in issue 130. But, Andrew, I'm not afraid to call bullshit on something that I think's wrong. So... I think that I hope that makes me different from a lot of people. But that's that. Where are we? I heard some rumours about the Millennium Falcon that there will come some new light for it. Really? I know Chris Falcon did some mods for all the corridors inside. That looked pretty cool. Would a T800 be worth the £100 or so you got to spend on issue 20? Will I end up being able to buy for less, fully complete, or will it sell for double? YouTubers rage. See, I don't really go into the whole, you know, cost of the whole thing, because when you break down, if something's worth £1,000 but you've got to break it down into 100 issues, you know you're going to get issues where you're getting more for your money, and you know you're going to get issues when you get less for your money. But in the grand scale of things, that would be the price you're paying. A little bit like the DeLorean. You get this stupid piece where you get that for $8.99, but then you get one magazine which has got the whole frame of the car. It swings and roundabouts. But is it worth the money? Well, at the moment, as I said, we've got the head looking like that. Look, it hasn't got the face marks on at the moment. That is really heavy. Oh, if anyone noticed, it should be 4 wires out the back actually. So I've put some masking tape on there to keep them down. But just the weight of that, that's the head. It's going to be a heavy piece. And if something's heavy, normally it's expensive. But you think to yourself, if you see this at one of these film conventions like I'm going to next Saturday, I guarantee it'll be well over £1,000. Guaranteed. You've been waiting for issues 125 to 130 of the DeLorean since the 29th of April, and your subscriber, Philip, I'd get onto them, and if you don't hear anything, give them hell on it on Twitter. And I'll give you a contact name. Danny. D-A-N-N-Y, Danny on Twitter. Say, Danny, sort me out. Mrs. More power to you. Where'd you find the patience? Bob, she has no patience for me. That's why I've got a man cave. But see, I was clever because on the other side of the man cave, she's got a place where she goes. I used to call it a lady cave, but that got me into trouble as well. So she's got like a little library the other side of a screen I've got here. So sometimes when I'm doing my builds and videos, she'll be sitting the other side there. Little piece of plastic. That was very good, actually. Yo estoy muy bien. All right, so bien. I thought it sounded French. Como está bien. Meine Deutsch ist nicht gut. Ich habe in der Gasthaus. Ist der einen Rathaus in der Nacht? All my German viewers are now going, what the hell's he going about? Kopfschmerzen. Is that a headache? I can't remember. I lived in Germany for like a month, closing all the Blockbuster stores there. You think I would have picked more up? You on Dr. Pepper? I love Dr. Pepper. Or Mr. Pibb, I think as it's called in the East Coast of America. I'm simply the cheapy kind of guy. Glue in the nozzle comes really handy in a pinch. I bet it does. I'll have to have a look. We've got a B&M closed potato, so I'll have a look at that. Mrs. Wayne, how do you do? Have you been taking care of yourself with Mr. Wayne? Palpatine, Davinda, she has. She has. She always takes care of me. I had a lovely cottage pie before I came up, which is why I'm not on the floor from this one bottle, because I've had something to eat. I tend to find when I do these builds, I don't eat during the day. So, will there be any mods for the T100, Johnny Fairweather? I don't know. I don't know what mods we need, apart from something to sort the fingers out, I think. Someone did have a point, though, that the reason those first 3 fingers are really loose might be because it's got to hold a gun. And they're going to be mounted to the gun. Who knows? Do you think Hashot will ever send me... Oh, I've just answered that question, Potato. Oh, Mega Nico, take care. See you later. I didn't realise you're going. You're probably gone now, but there you go. Impressive. Most impressive. Yes, I know the quote, Palpatine. That's Empire Strikes Back. I found an issue 23 manual version on a Facebook parts trader group. Really? I think it was 23 to 26 is the manual gearbox. In time, big demand. But 16 was number 43, available from Amazon Japan. Loads of people are after it, Mark. When that comes back in stock, I'd grab like hundreds of them. You'll make a fortune. When I'm doing a T800 by direct debits, I get 4 issues a month. The key was in my last delivery. Mine was a little bit staggered, Michael, because I've been in touch with the marketing people from Hatchet, and they wanted me to catch up. So they sent them in a slightly staggered to what the subscribers are at, which is why I'm in a completely different order to everyone else. But everything you see me build is what I've bought, not from the subscription. 112 watching and only 28 likes. I don't know. I haven't got my live stream on, so I just look at the chat and I'm looking at the camera over there. That's all I do. It's when you guys start shouting at me and say you can't see anything, that's when I'll check the live stream. That's Mrs. Welder Wayne's job. I don't do that. How long is the DeLorean frame chassis? I don't know. I can give you an idea. It's around about 55 centimetres, Matthew. About 55 centimetres. Hello from Russia. Oh, hello, Russia. No problems, Philip. I thank you, Christian. I'm trying to get better content. I'm trying to get better content out there, which is why I wanted to upgrade my cameras. There's loads of things I want to do. You just ordered yourself 20 kilos of prawns in German, Wayne, did I? Yeah, probably. Hey, I got a funny story about that. When I lived in Germany, I was so scared to speak German. I went into this baker's and I wanted some sort of like bagel or a cake. I ended up ordering what I thought was a bagel or bread, and I ended up having this banana covered in chocolate. And that was my lunch for the day. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to survive in Germany unless I start speaking German. But luckily enough, I found an Irish pub and I found a McDonald's. I was sound as a pound. I was in Munich in a place called Lindwurmstrasse. because all the Blockbuster video stores, they just opened them and then they decided they were going to close them all because they didn't sell porn and beer. Just one thing, the fingers on my T-Hunter are still loose. Would it be sending more of those plastic things to make them solid again? I have to do your method. YouTubers, I'd hang on for that because I reckon they will have a fix for that, or they could be for that gun, to hold the gun. Keith there, building a Victory. Will you be using PVA glue on the planking the ship or super glue? PVA, Keith. Well, no, I won't. I'll be using wood glue. I'll be using the wood glue on the planks. The only thing I'm using the super glue for is, well, I used a little bit on the bottom of the cannon there. I didn't want to, but the instructions told me to. And the other thing, which was quite funny, see, so many interesting things happen when you do these builds. Someone told me that the base of it, I had it flush with the back there. Someone said it should be flush with the front. So I checked the model space builds of it, and they've got it flush with the front, so I'm wrong. But then I checked the instructions, and they've got it flush with the back. So they're wrong, and I'm right. So then I thought I'm going to look at my reference photos for the Victory. Guess what? They're either at the back or the front. It's not generic, so I suppose it doesn't matter where you get them. So that was a handy piece. That's why I'm so glad I've got these reference photos. Is it me or was the stream about scale modding? Does that start after this? Ian, I go off on so many tangents, I'm telling you. I think I'm going to change it. As a matter of fact, if you look at all my streams where I've taken off the thumbnails now and put different ones on there, I've just renamed them to something like Welcome to My World, the World of Wayne live stream or something. Because I very rarely stick to the topic. And if I do, it's for about 5 seconds and then I just go off on a tangent. Perhaps I've got a bit of ADHD. I don't know. I've had a lot of coffee and now I've got a beer, so... Matthew Boland, 16 and 23 are the issues you need for the manual. Oh, right, okay. It's too late now. There's no way I'm going to open it. And the other thing is, you go to all this trouble of building the engine. There's no way I'm ever seeing that engine again in that car. It's not coming out of that case. That back is definitely never coming off. And I don't suppose I'm ever going to lift the car up to look underneath it. So it was nice doing that detail. But yeah, I'm never going to be looking at that. Headcracker, just sent you an email of where I got my Victory. Oh, thank you, Headcracker. That's excellent. Sweet. All I've got is the chat on my screen. Where's the like button hiding? Good point, Svi. I didn't even know there was one. I suppose if you go onto the YouTube link and it opens the YouTube channel, there's probably a like button on there. You tend to find I get all my likes after the stream, though. So, because people are watching it on catch-up. Especially a lot of people in Australia. Believe it or not, most of my viewers are in America and Australia. Which is crazy. And then, well, UK's in there as well. But, yeah, America and Australia. And Japan. And I think the reason for Japan is when you tag a video, I've got Japanese tags in it for Build the DeLorean and DeLorean in Japanese. So that's probably why I'm getting a lot of views from that. Oh, thank you, Marvel. There we go. There's the correct measurements for you. I was close. I said 55. I was 3 centimetres out. Potato, they will. They'll give you the first binder free and then they'll charge you for the next ones. But you can cancel that. So if you call Hashit and say you don't want binders, you won't get charged. Respawn, the good mod for the T100 and Arnie skim. The problem is, if you have a skim, it's going to be a pain to put on. I don't think it's going to look very good. It's going to hide all that detail for the endoskeleton. And how many times are you going to take it on and off? I don't know. Firefighter, thank you so much, sir. I'm getting tips galore tonight. I never expect tips, so you don't have to tip me, but you're touching me. You're touching me big time. You're going to get me all emotional. Thank you so much, Firefighter. Cameron Carnes, what happened to the Valentino Rossi Yamaha series? Here's the story if you haven't heard it. D'Agostini sent me the Valentino Rossi to build for them. I built it for them. I had a couple of problems. They replaced the problems. I asked them when I'm going to get the next pack. And they went completely quiet on me. And I've not heard anything since. So I'm guessing they didn't want me to build it anymore. Originally, they only wanted me to build the first couple of packs. Then they wanted me to build the whole thing. And I signed a contract, believe it or not, to say I'll build the whole thing. And then everything went quiet. So once again, D'Agostini, what happened? Because I'd like to know. Did I do something wrong? I mean... Model Space are excellent with me. They've Model Space. I I've lost my train of thought. This is the beer. Model Space really reached out with the Victory, because I approached Model Space and said, look, I'm going to be building the Victory. Can you send me a pack 1 so I can have a look what I'm letting myself in for? And I think I paid $9.99 for it rather than the full price. And then I've subscribed for that myself now, because I thought, you know what, I think I can manage this. So, hello from Poland. How's Poland? All the viewers from Netherlands. God, we got the United Nations in here tonight. Sorry, fell asleep. Yeah, I'm not that boring. Gotta go. Thanks for the content. Thank you, Bob. Take care, sir. John builds iconic military models. Are you planning to mod the Victory? The more you get into the build, the more you do you see how accurate the kit is, how inaccurate the kit is to the real Victory. John, I probably will, because I said I've got so many reference photos. I think that's probably what's going to happen. Asco, you have just been amazing tonight, sir. I don't know what to say. We need some Elite Dangerous ships mod. Oh wow, like the Manta. Oh wow, Elite Dangerous. There's something I haven't heard for ages. Hopping backwards and forwards to Lave to Disso, Xanois, Zaonce. I haven't played Elite Dangerous in ages. You're probably going to have to get me back into that, Asco, because, you know, if I start playing that, I haven't been playing World of Warcraft for a long time, actually, so perhaps that's my new game. Thank you, Asco. And Marvel, PHX, $20. Oh, my God. Your videos are invaluable, but I linked to them on my build sites. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. You guys have, like, you know, wow. Wayne, Rossi's having part problems. That might make sense, Kevin. They sent me all incomplete parts, and the exhaust pipes, I had to drill the holes out again myself. Which, oh, take care, Philip, sorry. Which didn't fill me with much thing. Oh, sorry, the other build that I was sponsored to do was the Thunderbird 2. So, yeah, I did that as well. But I didn't do the extra pod. I didn't do the ramp either. They did not want you anymore because you get too many negs. I don't think so. Sean, what people don't realise is sometimes when my videos go up, people dislike it straight away. And I know they haven't watched it because it's like 10 seconds after doing it. But it doesn't matter if it's a like or a dislike. It always counts towards engagement. So if I had 500 dislikes, it just promotes the video even more. So I love it. Likes or dislikes is great. Wayne, how about Pokemon Me? Pokemon Me? What's that? Wayne, how about Pokemon Me? I don't know. We're big. Me and Mrs. World of Wayne, we're completely obsessed with Pokemon Go. You've probably seen my trainer code on the Facebook site. We love Pokemon Go, and since I put a thing on Twitter, I've had hundreds of people sending me gifts. Watching Model Space build seems like they're building their ship as it is now. Really? I haven't seen that on the site. I have been watching their Victory, but I haven't been watching them do the paint colour. It's great to see all this appreciated. Let's get this. Thank you, Ian. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Palpatine, I'm building the R2 and it's frustrating with Model Space as Pack 7 is out of stock for 3 months and I'm stuck with Pack 8 and 9 and can't continue until Pack 7 arrives. I've emailed them hundreds of times. What advice can I give you, Palpatine? Right, what I'll do, Devinder, don't email D'Agostini. Sorry, don't. If you've emailed D'Agostini, email Model Space. If you've emailed Model Space, then go to D'Agostini. I know D'Agostini are in the process of upgrading their warehouse. They haven't got a warehouse in London at the moment, so that might be a reason why. But someone should really be getting back to you, and they can source it through their ginormous warehouse that they've got in Italy. But that's all I can advise. And believe me, Davinder, Twitter is your friend. So just get on Twitter. Lee, I'd like to build a 1-2 scale of Iron Man armour. Lee, I'd like to build a 1-1 scale Iron Man armour. I'd wear it everywhere. I'll be going down to Asda with my Iron Man suit on. I like to. You won't recognise it. Ed has changed so much. Really? This is what if you encourage comments on the build you'd like Wayne to build, I think he'll be building full time this next year. We're considering it. I'd like to do this full time. At the moment, I'm one of the. See, I only work part time anyway during the day, so it's not like I'm going to be losing a lot. But my passion is doing this YouTube channel and talking to you fine people and doing these models and everything that I like and sharing them with you on screen. That's where I get my passion from. And I'd like to be able to do that full time. But it's one of these things that I don't like taking the risk. But people say sometimes you've got to take a risk on yourself. Wayne, what is your favourite food? Nando's. I love Nando's. Peri peri chicken. And Mrs. World of Wayne cooks a killer spaghetti bolognese. And as I said, her cottage pie was nice. And her mum actually made me a meatloaf a couple of days ago, which was gorgeous as well. It's always two, Wayne. Shame on them. Yeah. Yeah, all fun. Philip, Miss Wen, he'll have to retire soon to build the victory. A lot of people that have been emailing me, Philip, are in retirement age, but they've been sending me pictures, and I'm in absolute awe at how it's going to look when it's finished. And I'd love to get to that stage, but there's going to be a lot of challenges. I know there's going to be a lot of challenges. I'm sure we'll get there. I've got a complete R2 kit I'm selling for my sisters. Issues 1 to 100. You forget just how much stuff is involved. There's loads of stuff. There we go. If anyone wants a kit, speak to Svi. Mark, you building the Bismarck. It's a great build, the Bismarck. I absolutely love it. Yeah, you're right. After my wedding, so we didn't have a reception at our wedding. So we had the church. We did have a reception, sort of. We didn't have a disco in the evening or anything like that, or dancing. So everyone went at 5 o'clock. So me and Mrs. World of Wayne went back to the hotel and then went to Nando's. That's how you do a wedding night. See you later, Simon. Thanks for watching. I do know how to treat a lady. Nando's every time. Wayne, Love Island is on. I don't watch Love Island. I don't even have a TV license anymore because I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV at all. So, Wayne, is Eagle Moss doing James Bond Lotus? I've got no idea. I'll have to see. Well, look, people, it's like 10 past 9. I'm normally done by now, but the beer has been drunk. I've got a little bit of tidying up to do. And I said I think the next stream's probably going to be in a month's time. So I'll probably have loads to tell you, but I will be active on social media and stuff like that. And you will have like 3 videos out this week, 4 next week, and then I'm on holiday. But we'll see if I can sort something out for that when that comes round. But listen, you guys have been so generous tonight. You have touched me big time. I don't know what to say. But thank you so much for watching, and I'm glad you're really enjoying the channel. I hope you like some of the changes I've made with the thumbnails as well, because I think that'll probably bring some more foot flow to the channel as well. But until next time, everybody,